This is Charlie Kao in London at the World Travel Market with Minister Alain St.Ange of Seychelles Tourism. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for having me on your show again.
Oh, thank you for taking the time out. The tourism is very big, important industry for Seychelles. 20% of gross national product is amazing. What are you doing specifically to protect the islands from the rising ocean climate change? You were describing to me that you have to be proactive. And what does that mean?
Well, Seychelles depends on tourism. Tourism is the pillar of the economy of Seychelles. With this in mind, and this is being the reality on the ground, we know we have to move out every time. We have to be part of the community of nations. We have to work with the nations. Seychelles alone cannot change climate change. We can have the effects of climate change. But for us to change it, we need to work with the community, work with the world bodies, work with our friends and partners. Today we are one of the advocates that the world must continue down the path of COP meeting in France, which is why next week I'll be addressing the COP meeting of Marrakesh, for us to ensure that the voices of the small island states are heard and the effects from climate change is understood by everybody. We don't have the problem of disappearing because of climate change effects of seawater rises. But what we can have is the warming of the seas that causes corals bleaching. Coral bleaching will give us problems of our fish stock, and there is an on cycle. When also you have coral bleaching, our tourism industry can be affected because of the dives. The diving industry can then be seriously affected. So we have to be all the time proactive. But we need to do our part. As a small island, we need to do our part to ensure that what we do in the world of tourism is sustainable. We need to look at the long term and play our card right, so that the world at large sees Seychelles being proactive, yes, but also being conscious that what we have today must be there tomorrow and protected for the future.
Let's shift a moment and speak to Shireen about Seychelles, the 100 islands, and what it has to offer in the latest tourism developments, please.
Seychelles is still renowned very much for having one of the world's best sea and sand. Actually, the name Seychelles is synonymous to that. But more than just coming to Seychelles to enjoy this pristine nature, these beautiful beaches, Seychelles today has many more adventures and experience. We today sell Seychelles together with its various festivals. We have the Carnaval International in Victoria in April, which is now a yearly event. We have the Creole Festival in October. We have the Seychelles Ocean Festival in December. We have throughout the year various festivals, and this is to position Seychelles as not just a destination where you come to enjoy just the sea and sand, but you also come for experience, to experience our people, to experience our culture, because that's also what sets us apart from the other island destinations, from the other tourism destinations, and what makes us unique as a tourism destination. But we also more and more are pushing for other niches within the Seychelles. For example, everything to do with the sea, like the sailing, diving, swimming, the world's most beautiful snorkeling area, most probably, and we also have hiking, and we have adventure tourism as well, zip lining, rock climbing. There's a whole array of things you can do when you visit Seychelles, other than just sunbathing in the sun.
Alain, in terms of air transportation and accessibility, give us an update on that.
Seychelles is today better connected than it's ever been to the rest of the world. One stop, you can be anywhere, because we are served by some of the key hubs, namely Abu Dhabi, Dubai, soon Doha through Qatar Airways, and then we also have Sri Lankan Airlines with Sri Lanka that opens up to the east. And then you also get Turkish Airlines virtually in Europe, giving us a massive opening into the Seychelles with 3 direct non-stop flights per week for now. And then Kenya Airways, from Air Austral from the islands of the Indian Ocean, and our own Air Seychelles, opening up the rest of the world to us. But from the mainland of Africa, we also get Ethiopian Airlines. That gives us that hub of an African hub that opens the Americas and the East together. People looking for what we call the big 5 of Africa to the best 5 of Seychelles. So when we look at all this, we are connected everywhere. Is it enough? As a small group of islands sitting in the middle of an ocean, dependent on tourism, it is never enough. We need to keep working. We need to keep working with airline companies to ensure that as we change our goalposts so that Seychelles is on their route, east to west, south-south cooperation, north-south bound, so that they can also stop and keep going. And now we're working at this, which is why our ministry, the Ministry of Tourism, only a week ago in the big cabinet reshuffle took over civil aviation as well, so that we can now work with our tourism industry through the airlines that are coming to Seychelles.
I visited the islands, that part of the world, first time last month. It just struck me, is it something people do to visit multiple islands?
Yes, that's actually one of our biggest selling points in Seychelles. We call it the island hopping. If you really want to discover Seychelles, we usually recommend to do it by boat and ensure that you make time to visit the various islands, especially the inner islands, because no 2 islands are the same. You have Mahe, the main island, where this is the economic center of Seychelles, where you have most of the hotels. There's a lot of places to visit in Mahe, a lot of beaches to see, and a lot of nice point of interest, restaurants and activities. But if you really want to discover Seychelles and what it's all about, you have to go to Mahe, because this is where you will get to see the world's most beautiful beaches. This has been rated by CNN, Condé Nast Traveler, Lonely Planet, and all these top travel magazines in the world. The Oslasio Beach and also the Georgian beaches as well. But you also get to visit the UNESCO World Heritage site, Valley, where the Cocolemé grows in its natural state. We also always recommend to visit our cultural island, La Digue. Because La Digue, you get to, see the island on a bicycle, and get to visit the world's photographic beach as well, near St.Ange. There's also a lot of other islands which are very rich in nature, which we also recommend to visit. And of course, seeing the islands by boat, you also get the cruising experience in the beautiful Seychelles waters as well.
Thank you, Shireen. Thank you, Alan.
Thank you very much.